What's up, Gemini? Welcome to your love reading. This is going to be for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, but it's not going to resonate with all of you guys. So I definitely encourage you to check out your other placements if it doesn't, especially because I could tell you this message feels pretty specific. So definitely check out your other placements. This is also going to be a timeless love reading, meaning whenever you are inspired to watch it is when you should be watching it. Okay. Gemini. I kind of had to giggle a little bit, even though it's not really funny. It seems like there might be some little rough patches going on with some of you in love right now. It's funny because this person that you're dealing with, it feels like you've really kind of hurt their feelings. Um, and I don't even know that you quite know what you did or what you said or what happened. I will say it feels like this person, opposite of you, Gemini, is kind of going about things in a very passive aggressive way, which is where it like became funny to me because it's like, yo, Gemini cannot handle that, right? You guys are very direct, very good communicators. So if you are in a relationship or in a situationship, dealing with someone in particular, thinking about someone who things have gone a little wonky and they might be seeming like they're going about things a little bit of passive aggressively, this reading is going to be for you. Now, you got the High Priestess here, right? And the High Priestess, she's really connected to divine feminine energy. She's also connected to secrets or boundaries, those types of things. I don't know, it just seems to me, Gemini, and I will clarify some cards. It seems to me that you may have crossed some boundaries with someone who it's just not good. I also feel like you might be dealing with the water sign here, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So maybe they just, they process emotions a little bit differently, right? Not that, I hate when people say that, Geminis don't have emotions and they're just whatever. That's absolutely not true. I'm a Gemini moon. I know for sure that's not true. I just think that there's a different way to process it. And because you guys are an air sign, you are going to, at the end of the day, no matter how you feel, reach for what makes sense. But sometimes, especially when you're dealing with a person and like let's say this person is telling you they feel a certain way and if it doesn't make sense to you, sometimes you just kind of have to let that go, right? Because it makes sense to them and from their perspective this is how they feel, and it's not about being right, it's about finding a solution. So if anything, I'd say that's probably a little bit what's going on here with you guys. Okay, now in terms of oracle cards, you've got focus on love. It says look for good in everyone, and you've got 24 at the top. 24 might be a significant number to you. If not, two and four net to a six. So that's about balance. I think there has to be a little bit more attention being paid to your relationships at this time, because it just feels like you got someone who, I don't know, because I don't feel like they're saying anything. I just feel like they're kind of being like standoffish or wishy-washy or like sulking, you know what I mean? And you're just kind of like, whatever. But instead of being like, whatever, even though I understand, you might have to focus on your relationship a little bit more at this time. And also understand that we're all human and we just go about things differently. And so be patient with that person. You've also got express your love. It says go ahead and make a romantic gesture. Maybe they're just feeling like you're a little bit distant or like you're not being super loving, whatever it is. Maybe you guys are just in a time period where you aren't speaking one another's love languages and things are a little bit wonky. Whatever it is, I would invite you to look into that if it's something that you care about. Okay. Now, in the past energy and the current energy, you've got the Two of Wands and the Strength card. Two of Wands is about making plans for future, right? It usually points to doing something new. So again, there might need to be a switch up, a change, a little jazzerization of the relationship in order to make it feel new again, in order to kind of realign or respark whatever romance you guys had before, right? So Two of Wands is about taking action in a new direction. We get the Strength card. Generally Strength card comes when there's something we need strength for. This is Leo energy. You've got a lot of fire energy here. So, Leo, Sag, Aries. But Strength card is more about the divine feminine strength than it is the strength of the lions here, right? Because here she is standing strong, honey, with four lions and just like what, honey, and two giraffes in the back. It's about having strength, but it's really about having more of that divine feminine strength, right? And that's what we see here with this High Priestess, right? She is divine feminine strength. Again, things might not be easy right now. You guys might be lacking in the communication right now. There's just, there's some possible upsets happening right now. The moon, you don't even know what's going on. Yeah, lacking in the communication. I think that there's, for some of you, an obvious change in the vibe of things, but you don't quite know what to do because nobody's saying anything, right? The moon, it talks about, what happens in the dark. It talks about the mysterious nature. It talks about, there's more information that needs to be had. And the moon is control of the emotions. It's also in control of the womb. It's very connected to all of that feminine energy. So this is a time where I think that for some of you guys who are dealing with someone, there's a lot of water here. So am feeling that a lot of you guys are dealing with some water energy, but there's a lot of unknown here, which makes things frustrating, right? I tell people all the time, I could deal with damn near any emotion, fear, anger, all of that. But when I feel confused, I hate it because it's frustrating because then I don't know how to fix the problem. So I think that Gemini, that's probably where some of you guys are at in this relationship. Now, the person that you're thinking about or dealing with, they're showing up here as the Ace of Cups. Again, more water energy. So I do feel like a lot of you guys are connected to cup energy. I do feel like there's a lot of love here. I feel like they love you. I feel like you love them. I don't feel like there's any lack of love and pure emotional feelings here. I just think that there's a lack of how we communicate things. Now, right next to it, we've got the Three of Swords. This is how they feel about you. Again, for some of you, it feels like you've hurt their feelings, broken their heart. Again, this can be flipped. It can be vice versa. There's over 8 billion people on this earth, and I'm just trying to get some energies flowing. So this isn't for everybody, but it feels like for some of you guys, if this is, resonating, it seems as though someone's feelings are deeply hurt at this moment. They feel like you've either lied to them, maybe betrayed them, maybe had a little act of a little oops, right? A little infidelity, something like that. This feels like they're hurt by something. And then Four of Cups, how they feel about you. Four of Cups is there when we don't really want to open up to something, when we're not open to something, we don't want to do something, but it also is like when we've had enough of something or we can feel full of something. You see how there's a hand here trying to offer homegirl another drink, and look at her. She's like, if I have one more sip, right, I'm going to be sick. So this can also be like having enough of something or a situation. But this isn't someone who is necessarily saying that. They're just sulking and kind of thinking about it. And, they kind of get stuck on the things that they do want or don't want versus instead deciding to think about what they do want. Now, with the Ace of Cups, we've got the Hermit energy. You might be dealing with a Virgo. But yeah, I feel like this is a person who loves you and you love them. And there's no question about the love here. But we've got this card of seclusion. The Hermit card goes deep within to find their own truth, right? So they might be kind of distant from you at this moment. And you could sense that something's off, but they're not saying anything. I think they're just trying to get clarity on what it is that they want. I don't know. I kind of hear like their mind is playing tricks on them. This is someone who can easily get in the habit of overthinking their emotions and sometimes make decisions, big decisions, just based on a quick emotion. So I think that they know that about themselves, and I think they're trying to get really, really clear. Now, the Ace of Discs or Ace of Pentacles is clarifying that Three of Swords card. So yeah, this is someone, how they think about you. They really want to build with you. They see, they see a future with you. They see stability and security and all that with you. Ace of Pentacles is my favorite ace, just because it doesn't matter what we're talking about. If we're talking about love, we're talking about money, we're talking about, security. Whatever you're talking about, it's a stable start. It might start slow because it is Pentacle energy, so it's a little bit slower moving. But it's something you can rely on. And I feel like there's something they felt they could rely on about you or with you. And I don't know, they're feeling betrayed about it. Maybe this could even have something to do around money. Maybe you borrowed money. Maybe they borrowed money. Maybe, anything. Maybe you're giving money to other people. There's just something here that kind of, for them, is a symbol of rocking their foundations and their safety and their security with you. But again, I don't know that they're necessarily communicating it. The Magician. Okay, the Magician card is clarifying how they feel about you, okay? They don't know how they feel about you. I think they feel like you're kind of sneaky or kind of a trickster. Now, the thing with the Magician energy, which is connected to you guys and Virgo for me because it is connected to Mercury, right? The thing about the Magician is he's super confident. He, she, whatever. They're super confident. They have the ability to do anything. They have the ability to, I mean, they're magical. They're the magician, right? There is no doubt that they can do or have whatever it is that they want to do or have, right? But on the flip side, the magician can be seen as someone who's sneaky, you know, a trickster, someone who plays mind games or any of that kind of stuff, witchery, sorcery. I don't know. This could be just seen like as a dark, like sneaky person that can't be trusted. And I think that whatever this is, whatever this Three of Swords represents for you guys, and again, it can be something small, but for them that is symbolic of other bigger things going wrong, or it could be something big. Whatever it is, it's kind of rocked the foundation, and now they're wondering if, okay, in all things, in all terms, in all ways, is this someone that I can trust? Is this someone that I can kind of rebuild with, right? Because look, honey, I'm gonna just be real with you. How they see things this moving forward, I don't see that they're leaving or that they're wanting to leave. It's almost like they would stay and just be miserable and not trusting you. Look, here she is. For all we know, she could be texting her best friend or her mama or something, and homegirls in the back being jealous, like looking over their shoulder. I don't see if there was like an issue of, you know, someone not being honest in the relationship. I don't see that this person is gonna do something about it and like pick up and get out of it. I just think that they'll just be that person sitting around and not trusting you, which is ugh. Like you would have to initiate a conversation about this because it's almost as if this person, you ask them what's wrong with them. Nothing, I'm fine. You know, like they just, because I think there's a part of them they might feel silly for it. Or if it is silly, see how silly it is, but it's like they can't help themselves, right? It's very interesting. There's something, there's their faith in you, the faith in this relationship. It's been rocked in some type of a way. Again, this can be vice versa. I can be reading, you know, the opposite, but it's like they have this sneaky feeling. High Priestess is here twice. Two of Swords. That's needing to make a decision too. Now, why I say it could be about like, you know, issues of cheating, that type of thing is because blocks here we have is King of Wands. I'm sorry, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands energy is known as the player. You know, it's known as the person, the philanderer who's, you know, going around and, you know, they're here today, gone tomorrow. They don't stick to anything for long, right? They follow their passion. They follow their loins. So this person just straight up, Gemini, I don't know what's going on, but they don't trust you, bro. Like, they don't trust you. They don't trust you. Blocks. Are you married, Gemini? We've got the Hierophant card, Taurus energy, but this represents a lot of times we're talking about love messages. This is representing marriage or like a really strong commitment. Someone step out on the relationship and now we've got second guessing going on. I think, you know, the advice here, it's interesting, is the Hangman energy. And Hangman comes up and it's telling you there's nothing you can do at this time. You just kind of have to surrender to what's going on. And while you're surrendering, you should be looking at things from your partner's perspective, right? Because whatever this is, whether it's big or small, for some of you guys, this is big. For some of you guys, this is small. And this might be someone who in your mind is blowing a situation up. But why don't you just think about it from their perspective? Are they really blowing it up, or is it just something you don't agree with because maybe you know a different truth and you feel like they're just tripping and they should just believe you, right? Whenever we get the Hangman, understand that we're hung up in it's, you know, normally a person who's hung in a tree. We're usually hung in that tree because of our own bullshit, our own things, our own thoughts, our own, you know, whatever our thing is, we're usually up in that tree needing to look at something because of our own shit. So I think this is something to be mindful of. Look at things from their perspective, even though it may be annoying that they're being passive aggressive and not really talking or not really just coming out and saying the main thing that needs to be said. You know, look at it from their perspective. Four of Cups, meditation. Good time to meditate. Good time to, you know, while things are a little bit stagnant, sit with yourself. You've got Four of Cups twice. Maybe this is something that you need to think, like, do you really want to be here? Is this a relationship that really, really works for you? Have you had enough of it, right? I think this is a good time for both of you guys to contemplate what it is that you guys want. I do feel like there's love there, though. That's the thing. The Ace of Cups is here, but it's just a matter of, is it something we're going to work on? You guys can't keep doing this Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups shit forever. That's for sure. There has to be some type of communication that happens. There has to be some types of step forward that happen. And I think that that's what you want, Gemini. I honestly think it's what they want too. It's just, I don't know, it's just the way they, whoever this is, they're more emotional in the sense of, like, everything is dictated by their emotions, which can get tricky. Which I feel like you're more logical. Queen of Wands, outcome. Yeah, you know what's interesting? Queen of Wands, you know, okay, she's vivacious, she's beautiful, she's fun, she's great hostess with the mostest, she's super sexual, she's a fire energy. She's also sometimes known as the other one woman. I feel like somebody might have found out about something with that Tower card. Seven of Cups, choices. Yeah. They're, ugh. Someone could have found out about something else. Uh-oh. Let's see what that was. Oh, sorry. Five of Swords and Eight of Discs. Yeah, they just don't want to argue about something. Five of Swords is like, if I bring this up, it's just going to be an empty fight. They're going to deny it or they're not going to whatever. Like, Five of Swords does not want to argue about it. Eight of Discs, that's working on something, dedication. You know, if there's a situation where someone was unfaithful, whether it was you or the other person, it's going to take It's going to take some time to turn around. Do I think it's possible? Sure, anything's possible. It really depends on what you guys both want to do. But one thing is, there has to be communication put out there. And if you are the person who's done wrong, then you have to sit there and kind of take it and deal with how the other person feels, right? And be receptive and be open and choose to look at them with a, you know, through a loving lens, no matter what. Or they need to do that for you because someone's having a hard time getting over something. Someone's stability feels rocked and shaked and they've been deeply hurt. They don't trust it. It does feel like this is a situation of cheating. This could even be not even as far as like, oh, I had sex with someone or I kissed someone. This could be you texting someone and they felt like that was, you know, a cross of their boundary. This could be you emotionally cheating, but there's something that, you know, it feels like your person or you, someone's deeply hurt. And so there's going to be a lot of expression of love that needs to happen. There's going to be a lot of dedication poured back into this relationship, right? Focus on love. Focus on your relationship. Restore the balance in your relationship. This cannot go on forever. And this is a miserable place to be in. Trust me. Okay? So I love you guys. And I hope that was helpful. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, Gemini.